Team DeathNote is now on Patreon. Follow us to unlock exclusive content and watch videos that we release for up to 1 or more days earlier than on YouTube, with unique tiers such as Namekian Race, Saiyan Warrior Race, Super Saiyan Elite, Godly Heroes, and Godly Villains. Click the link on the description down below. Now back to the video. Yo, what up guys, it's Gabby from Team DeathNote, TDN, back at it again, and we're over here with a deck profile of Ultimate Form Golden Frieza. If you guys have been watching my previous videos, you should know that I had said recently that I was waiting on some cards so I can actually finish the deck and upload the deck profile. I've been talking about this guy ever since before the Rebel of set 3. I saw some cards and I said, oh, you could just switch out such and such and just finish off the deck like that. But a quick shout out to one of our sponsors, that's Carl Has Got Wood, that has pledged to us on Patreon. Thank you very much for your support, and let's get to this deck profile. So, first of all, Frieza. He is a 10k body leader. He has the ability that if I KO one of my Frieza's Army Clan people, I get to untap a card and draw one. So I untap one energy and draw by putting a Frieza's Army battle card into my drop area. So that's good. When I'm at 4 or less, I get to flip him over, draw 2 cards. He becomes Ultimate Form Golden Frieza. Now this dude right here is the reason why I even started playing DBS when I first saw it. So he has the ability, same thing as the front side, but a little bit different. He's a 15k body. I put a Frieza's Army battle card from my battle area into the drop area, and instead of untapping 1 energy, I untap 2 and I draw a card, and when he attacks, you get to draw a card. So you know, this dude is actually very good. And let's get to the deck profile. Now this is a yellow-black deck. We are running 4 Avenging Friezas. Avenging Frieza overall, just because when on play, you get to check the top 3 cards for a Frieza's Army battle card size 2 or less, so a 2 drop or less, and you add it to your hand, and then you put the cards back in the deck and you shuffle. So he's actually very good, because the turn 1 play that you want is call this, you tap 1 yellow, call this guy out, check top 3, you might run into another one of him or to a blocker, then you activate his skill and you KO this card, untap, draw a card, and if you have another one, you tap 1, call him out, check top 3 to possibly get you another card. So the deck is relatively fast when it comes to searching through your deck. 4, Ginyu Force Goldo, because 1, he is a Frieza's Army, and you know, he's just relatively good. If you're going up against like the Mecha Veggies or any type of deck that has, you know, like important 2 drops, you play Goldo out to your battle area, and he has the ability saying that when he gets played, you get to tap one of your opponent's size 2 or less battle cards in the battle area. So that little promo Kaba will go into rest mode. You can swing at him with your Frieza, or you can swing at him with your Avenging Frieza if he's still out there. So you know, probably boost because he's a 10k, and you keep doing what you're doing. At the end of the turn, if you want to KO him, you can, to untap, draw a card as well. So that's actually very good. 4, Sorbet. Sorbet, because he's a Frieza's Army. Top of that, he's also a blocker. He has the ability saying that you discard 1 card from hand. You check the up to 2 cards from the top of your deck. If those cards were Frieza's Army, you can combo with them for free. So let's say you have 2 10Ks that normally cost to tap 1 energy. If they're Frieza's Army, you don't have to tap anything. He does it for free, and he calls them out there to the battle area. So that's actually very good. He's also Frieza's Army card, so you can just KO him, untap 1, and draw a card as well. If you're on the Awakened side, you untap 2, draw. And he's also good because he builds up your drop area for this deck for the black cards to come out. So that's actually very good. 4 Dodorias instead of Shugesh, and I'm going to tell you why Dodoria instead of Shugesh. Just because this card fetches out Frieza's Army. So the super combo that you want to have is the Dodorias, because you check top 3, you might have a Dodoria, and you put the Dodoria to your hand. Plus he benefits a lot off of the Sorbet effect, because if you ditch one and then the top 2 is a Dodoria, you get to do the 10k draw. So the super combo goes off if you at 4 or less life, of course. Now we're gonna be running 4 destructive occupation Frieza. Now this dude right here is good, of course. He's a set 2 card, so he has the ability saying you tap 1 and you combo with him. After you combo with him, he gets to hit the battle area. It doesn't matter if it's your turn or your opponent's turn, and he is a 15k body. He goes out there for a 1-drop as well. So basically in this deck we're running 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 1-drops. You know, 5 times 4 is 20, of course. So 21 drops. And as well, you could just KO him with his ability to untap and draw a card as well. So that's actually very good. 4 no opening Son Goku. And let me tell you why. This deck needs a way to awaken, and this is your way to awaken in this deck. No opening Son Goku, because a lot of people tend to start out Frieza just because they don't want for you to start doing the untap and draw when you untap 2 on his turn with his effect, because you know people don't want that. He is almost like him, but he's not Frieza's army. So what happens is that you during your combo step, you tap 1, combo with him during your turn only. So if it's your turn, he gets to hit the battle area because your leader is a yellow card, and then you get to choose up to 1 card in your life and put it to your hand if you want to. So he serves as awakening purposes. So on your turn, you will like to combo with him, and if they target him out, you combo with the occupation Frieza to protect this dude, and then a Frieza's army will hit the battle area, and then they're looking at, you know, that there's 2 15Ks out on the field. So it's actually very surprising. 3 Mecha Frieza, the Returning Terror, just because he's a dangerous card. I've always liked this card from set 2, from set 1. On play, you get to discard 1 card. If you do, you get to KO 2 of your opponent's rested unit. If you don't want to discard the 1 card, it doesn't really matter because he still has double strike until the end of that turn, and he's dual attack for just a 4-drop. And then on top of that, you can really abuse the plays in this deck with this leader, because you can tap yourself out at 4, call out the Mecha Frieza, discard 1 card, possibly destroying 2 of their rested units, and then you can attack twice, and then after you're done attacking, you can KO him with his ability, untap 2, draw, and still have options to do different things, which is actually very good. 2 Clan of Terror Mecha Frieza. He is the promo from set 1. This card is very awesome because when you play him out to the battle area, your opponent shows you their hand. So, you know, it's not like if you're like this. No. They show you their hand, so you know what your opponent has in hand, and then you get to choose up to 1 battle card in your opponent's hand and play it on the battle area as rest. If they have stuff like KOs and stuff that can benefit from on play during your turn, you just choose not to play anybody. If they have a Shugesh, you drop the Shugesh. Any super combo, you just drop them down. Or anybody that could possibly pose a threat to you during your next turn, you drop them down, and then you try to kill them. 3 Youthful Bulma, which might change in the deck because I really want to run 4, you know, just because she's drawing power. But at the same time, she is not Frieza's army. So a lot of times, you know, you don't want to tap 1 and just have her out there, and then she just sitting there. Okay, then you drew the card, but you might have room for other things and possibly, you know, causing yourself to tap out, which is really bad, especially that the format is so fast right now. It's not even funny. So you need cards like Bloodlust, cards like Crusher Ball to go off, and on your turn 1, and if they have like those very fast decks, it's best just to leave 1 energy untapped, so you could just Bloodlust any type of funny card that's coming out, any card that calls out another card. They might do the March of the Apes, so right there and then when they do the March of the Apes and they call out the 2 people, you can just Crush a Ball them and they both go to rest, so you know it's just protecting yourself. 2 Son Goten Family of Justice, just because this card is still good. On your combo step, you get to tap 1 and choose 1 of your opponent's battle cards that that's up to adds up to 3 or less, and you KO it. So basically this removes a promo combo, which is a 2-drop, which is good. This removes an Android 17 Chilling Terror, which Dawn Awakening doesn't allow you to draw your 2 cards. So what you do is that you swing tap 1, do the Goten, and KO is size 3 or less, which is actually very good. And this deck, if you guys haven't noticed, there's a lot of one-drop plays. So there's a lot of things that cost 1, and it's just due to the fact that the deck is faster that way. You can get more people out there. You can always KO one of your cards, draw a card, untap cards, and, you know, just optimize your plays. So it's actually very good. Now going into the extra cards, we are going to be running 3 Flying Nimbus. It's the new negate from set 3. So basically you tap 1, you negate the attack, you discard a yellow. If you did, your opponent can only attack 1 more time with another battle card. So basically, if your opponent swings at you first with their leader and they have a couple of threats out there, you can just fly in Nimbus, discard a yellow card, and then your opponent's going to be looking kind of stupid because he's going to be like, oh wow, now I only have 1 more card left to attack with. They might have like 5 or 6 people out in the battle area. Then when they swing, you could just do a block with Sorbet, or do a block with the Goldo, or you can just combo him out. There's a lot of different options that you can do. 3 Cold Bloodlust. I really wanted to bump this card up to 4. This is not the final version of this deck. This deck may change. Me knowing myself, it will change. This is just to stop all those funny threats that your opponents put out there. You know, stuff that KOs your battle area, stuff that lets them draw cards. You know, it's just really, really big threats. It may have a triple striker, may have a double striker, may have somebody that discard card from your hand that you don't want to happen. Good for Cell. You know, relatively is good for a lot of cards. So we're running 3 Cold Bloodlust because it just negates everything. 2 Crusher Balls, like I was saying, just because March of the Great Apes and all these crazy cards that keep on coming out, that keep on attacking. If they march the Great Apes to you, and they're gonna call out 2 of the apes size 4 or less. So what your opponent basically does is that he calls out a Bardock or a Vegeta, or probably 2 Vegeta apes, which they have crit. The Bardocks have double strike. So right then you can just tap 1, crush a ball on your turn. If it's your turn 4, if they have no Planet Vegeta out there, you can just tap 4, go into the Mecha, go into the Mecha Frieza, discard 1, and possibly pop in those 2 apes. And that's if they have no Planet Vegeta out there. Or if not, they will restand. But you still survived a very, very crucial attack during that turn. And the last of the yellow cards that we're going to be running is Battering Laser. Just because Battering Laser comes in clutch, you keep it as 1. Whatever type of counter that they're going to do against you, you can just negate that negate. So he counts as a counter basically. Let's say you're pushing in for the win, and they're trying to negate you. You Battering Laser them. They don't have too many cards. You just combo it out. If they can't do anything, then you just won the game. If you're going up against another yellow deck, stuff like Bloodlust and Crusher Ball will mess you up. So you just have that 1 Battering Laser in clutch. It never kills you. So the last of the extra cards in total will be Dark Plot. And this is when we get into black. Now, Dark Plot, when I saw this card that they announced that was coming out, right away I thought about Golden Frieza. Because the deal was this. You're at 4 energy, you tap 4, you Dark Plot, you get yourself a Clan of Terra Mecha Frieza from the warp area. You call him out there. You look at your opponent's hand. You put one of their battle cards onto the field as rest. You swing with him. Then you could just KO him with his effect untapped to draw cards, so you would not be tapped out. And if so what Dark Plot does is that you grab a battle card from your warp area size 4 or less, so you can either be him, basically the whole deck. You know, this deck does not pass a 4 unless it's like a black card that has 5, but regular cards, we don't pass 4. It's a lot of 1 cast, 1 cast, 1 cast, 1 cast, and these are like your big drops in the deck, that's all. So what you do, if it's a battle card with Overwhelm 4 or less, you get to untap 3. But if it's not, you can just play him out there on the field, which is very good. Because you can also grab this Mecha Frieza. If they have some people on rest mode, you could just tap 4, get yourself a Mecha Frieza from the warp area, discard a card, he comes out, blows up 2 of his people, swings, dual attack, double strike, and then you can still activate his effect by removing him from your battle area, untap to draw. So, you know, there's a lot of different optimizing plays that you can actually do in this deck, which is actually very good. Now, we're going into Mass Saiyan, the Mysterious Warrior. We are running 2 copies of Mass Saiyan just because removals is a thing, especially when you're going up against like those Mecha Veggies or any type of deck that could just positively, you know, play a lot of battle cards on one turn. So if you're at 5 or 4, I'll say, or even 2 or 3, you could just swing with your leader, do a Sun Goten, remove someone that's 3 or less, then tap 1, go into the Mysterious Warrior, and just remove some up to a total of cards that add up to be a cost of 5 or less. So if they have tokens or their tokens die, with that little new Goku Black that screen that create tokens, so he kills all the tokens. Then you can target just like 2 Kabbas and remove the Kabbas, and probably target probably a 1-drop that might be a Trunks or whatever it is. But just a lot of board removal. He removes, which is actually great. And once again, it's like he is a 1-drop as well, because you only have to tap 1 for the dude. The other 1-drop that we're going to be removing that's not a 1-drop is 2 Scientist Fu. This card positively is just too good, in my opinion. So you overwhelm 7, you tap 1, he hits the field, you get to draw 2 cards, and he has double strike, and he's a 25k attacker. So if you're going up against another yellow deck, he becomes another great target for Bloodlust. So, you know, making your opponent just waste Bloodlust, waste this, waste that, just to stop your abilities from actually going off. And it's actually very great because the deck optimized plays. 1 Time Patrol Trunks, just because, again, it's another card that your opponent might Bloodlust, because on top of that, he draws a card. You get to check top 2 and then decide to either put 1 into your hand and then put the rest at the top or bottom of the deck. So it's actually very good. There's a lot of control going on in the deck. And the tech of 1 that we are going to be running is Increasing Evil Frieza. You know, just because this is a Frieza base type deck. So we have 4, 7, 9, 13 Frieza cards in this deck that you can actually use to play this card over here, especially that you can abuse the let me see your hand up to 3 times with Dark Plot, and then you know, you going into your man over here, Increasing Evil Frieza. Let's say they have 3 cards in hand and he hits the battle area, so you tap 6 and you play him out. You dump 2 cards from your opponent's hand. If they're battle cards, they hit the battle area as active, but they lose their abilities. And if they are extra cards, they go into the drop area. So basically, making your opponent discard probably some negates, or putting out there to play some Shugesh that they cannot use, thinking that they're gonna super combo, go into the Goku and blow up your battle card, and there'll be probably like 3 or 2 life left, and this dude just comes in and just wreck their dreams. And if he can't finish you, doesn't really matter too much, because then you can pop him, because he's a Frieza army, untap to draw a card, and probably tap 1 going to Scientist Fu, because he's Uni Evolved, not overwhelmed, draw 2 cards, and then swing again for a double strike. Or you could go for the Mass Hand and swing again for another double strike. And it's actually very crazy the amount of plays that you can actually do in this deck. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this deck. A shout out to all my Frieza's army player out there. A little hashtag Frieza's army. And just remember, guys, we said it first. Peace out.
Que lo que es fortuna